Sue Townsend was an English writer and humorist. She was born on 2nd April 1946 and died on 10th April 2014. Sue Townsend was born in 1946 at Leicester. Life was never a bed of roses for her. Her marital life was tumultuous and it ended in a divorce. At the time of her divorce, she was only 23 years old and had 3 children. Since then, she tried a variety of odd jobs like working as a factory owner, shop assistant, receptionist, and petrol station attendant in order to provide for herself and her kids. Later, she married Colin Broadway, who encouraged her to join a writers' group at the Phoenix Theatre, Leicester. She is best known for her Adrian Mole books that include a series of 9 books that were diary entries of a teenage boy named Adrian Mole. The 9 books were The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, aged 13 3/4, which came out in the year 1982, The Growing Pains of Adrian Mole, 1984, The True Confessions of Adrian Albert Mole, 1989, Adrian Mole and the Small Amphibians, 1991, Adrian Mole, The Wilderness Years, 1993, Adrian Mole, The Cappuccino Years, 1999, Adrian Mole and the Weapons of Mass Destruction, 2004, The Lost Diaries of Adrian Mole, 1999 to 2001, which came out in the year 2008, and Adrian Mole, The Prostrate Years, 2009. Of all the Mole books, the one that Townsend likes the most is The Prostrate Years because she has taken immense effort to retain the comic spirit amidst her declining health. When she was asked why Adrian Mole was not fictionalized as a girl, she replied, "Girls are more sociable, they talk to each other about their emotional lives. Boys don't." The first of the series, The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, aged 13 3/4, was published in 1982. Its sequel, The Growing Pains of Adrian Mole, established her as a best-selling novelist. Written in a comic vein, Adrian Mole books are a hilarious account of various episodes in the life of Adrian Mole. She researched the world of teenagers and attended youth clubs in order to gain a first-hand experience with teenagers. Adrian Mole books sold over 20 million copies and were translated into 30 languages. J.K. Rowling has famously commented that the book gave me so many laughs. The initial name of Adrian was Nigel Mole. It was changed to Adrian due to the similarity it bore with Nigel Molesworth, a fictional character who was the supposed author of a series of books actually written by Jeffrey Williams. David Williams, who wrote the foreword to The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole, aged 13 3/4, calls the book a genuine phenomenon. The fictional account is rendered so realistically that the reader feels that it is not merely a series of jokes but episodes from someone's real life. Adrian's parents, who struggle with an unhappy marriage, his grouchy grandma, his mother's creepy lover Mr. Lucas, his intellectually superior girlfriend Pandora, and the invalid Bert Baxter, whom Mole takes care of, all come alive out of the pages of the novel. The diary entries prescribed for you are a few humorous snippets from the novel that will be an amusing read. They show the teenager's anxiety towards the spots on his face, his self-pretensions on being an intellectual, his concern with his health, his crush towards Pandora, and the effects of his parents' quarrel on him. Townsend has also written works of non-fiction and plays. Mr. Bevan's Dream, Why Britain Needs Its Welfare State, is her work of non-fiction. Her first play, Boomerang, set in the waiting room of a gynecology department, won the Thames Television Playwright Award. Since then, she has written many plays. Her important plays are The Great Celestial Cow, 1984, 10 Tiny Fingers, 9 Tiny Toes, 1990, You, Me and We, 2010, Groping for Words, 1983, and Ear, Nose and Throat, 1988. She has received many awards and recognitions. She has received an honorary MA from Leicester University, and in 2008 she was made a distinguished honorary fellow. She is an honorary Doctor of Letters at Loughborough University and a Fellow of the Royal Society of Literature. She is also the recipient of the James Joyce Award of the Literary and Historical Society of University of College Dublin and the Frink Award at the Women of the Year Awards. In 2009, she was given the Honorary Freedom of Leicester. She died in 2014 following a stroke.